you'd have a tax of 30%, right? Mm-hmm. That is considerably more than what you pay now in tax. Tax of 30%. Someone who pays $49,000 in America is not only zero, you actually get some money back between it's about $3,000 to $6,000 depending on your state and how the state allocates that. But if you combine that with the federal, it's between $3,000 and $6,000. You're essentially saying that you want to eliminate that tax benefit for people who make $49,000 a year who would get that earned income tax credit, and then say you want to tax them 30%, where it is now their state might tax them zero, or 7 to 12%. It's 7% in North Carolina, 12% in California, and you're saying that you want to double that on people who make who make $49,000 a year.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want it down to 23%, 16% of that at the federal level, and then 7% of that at the state level. That's my desire to get it under 30%.
I understand your proposal,
but you're saying hypothetically.
No, it's not hypothetically. It's literally, because we literally, like now when when a person is on a payroll and they pay taxes, at the end of the year, the federal government gives them something called the earned income tax credit. Now, when they get that tax credit, it is essentially a net positive towards them as far as taxes they pay, and then you tax people at a higher level because we have a progressive tax system. What I'm saying is that with your flat tax system, it serves the person making $2 million a year or $250,000 a year much more, because they are in turn paying less tax than they pay now because they are at the 23%, and the person who is making $49,000 a year actually would end up paying significantly more, because right now the vast majority of Americans do not pay federal income tax.
Right. And so what I'm trying to get to is the fair tax, not the flat one. Because I know there is a slight difference in each one with the fair and the flat tax. And I want to say the flat tax does not help those that, to your point, are at $49,000 a year. And I know the current so that they get the benefit of the fair tax without the crunch of the fair tax, right? So they are paying taxes, but they're still supplemented so they don't fall into poverty. So that's where I'm just trying to get
determine, and how will we determine? Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's a deep minutia question.
Yeah. Right. We just want our refund.
Right. And so at the end of the day, what I want is I want a tax system that does not perpetually tax citizens. Can we agree on that?
But we have a tax system now that doesn't, because the vast majority of Americans do not pay federal income tax.
But what I'm saying is there's still taxes coming out when you work, when you go to the store, and at the end of the year. What happens, I know to your point, at the end of the year, there are the Can we agree on that?
Yeah. So let me say this. I want to get to the next question. But what you did say that I thought was monumental. You said let's get rid of the Internal Revenue Service. I think that was monumental. Most people won't say that. So I think that's something that people can lift up and remember. But I want to move to the next topic here. And I saw a video the other night. And let me just say this. I think one of the top 3 biggest it's not a problem. Some people would say, hey, let everybody in. It's a free country, X, Y, Z. The numbers I put the video up in the Jumbotron. Chuck Todd said that